There are ways, or for me anyhow, that you can understand the underlying nature of someone by a really short story. Friend of ours, a great big huge guy who looked like he would be a football player, and Jerry Sienna, who was certainly compact but didn't look like he would necessarily be. The big guy said, "How could you be a football player? How could you go out in the field and just hit people?" And Jerry explained it. He said, "Well, anybody you kill in the first half, you don't have to face in the second."
He is a guy that, was bigger than life, loved to talk, could command a room, whether it was, at a client presentation or around a table with a bunch of friends. Great storyteller. Very, very expressive, whether it be in talking with people or, creating a piece of art or designing a house or creating, a tile pool for someone. He was a very, very expressive, creatively expressive guy. Because he still is not able to talk. So he's gone from a place being a very expressive guy to one where he can't communicate his thoughts and feelings, or it's very difficult for him to convey his thoughts and feelings. He was born and raised in South Philadelphia. His parents came from Italy, so he came from a very kind of blue-collar working family. His parents were tailors and worked very long hours. Very, very Italian family. Went to school in South Philadelphia, went to high school in South Philadelphia. All his friends, actually many of his close friends still today, he all met as a child in South Philadelphia. Very different backgrounds. I mean, they all were Italian. It was an Italian neighborhood. But all of his friends had very, very different interests. They all, became accountants or teachers. He was the only one with a kind of real creative spirit, a real creative soul. He had a little area set up in the basement of their little row house in South Philadelphia, and he used to spend hours and hours downstairs drawing. While other kids were kind of off playing ball or something else. I know he did spend a lot of time in the basement drawing, and certainly the first in his family, would have been the first in his family to go to college and finish college. And he knew how important an education was. So, and actually when he graduated, he went to work for Air in the art studio where he had done his internship.
We first started working together in 1967, and Jerry had just been given the De Beers account, and the De Beers account is the premier account. I've never known anyone else like him. Never. You couldn't go into a restaurant with him that he wasn't drawing on the tablecloth. It was a little bit of an embarrassment because people knew when he got there, if we'd eaten there before, he was going to draw something on the tablecloth. He drew on napkins, he drew on pieces of paper. There was no division in his thinking. It wasn't like, oh, that's commercial. Oh, this is fine. All art for him.
It was Father's Day, actually, and like on many holidays for us, we all got together, myself, my three brothers, their families. We started off the day, we went and played golf, they then met for a family dinner. It was actually at my brother's restaurant, and we were having a big, happy Father's Day family dinner. And at some point, we could tell he wasn't, wasn't his normal self. He wasn't as talkative and as, as he normally is. And he just got up and, excused himself to go to the bathroom. And before we knew it, we heard someone scream, and we went back and saw that he had, fallen down. He had a very bad stroke. A very, very bad stroke. He still is paralyzed on the right side of his body and still cannot talk. He spent, a number of months in the hospital, and even more time actually in a rehabilitation center. And it was a long process just to get to the point where he could come home. But when he got home, one of the first things he tried to do was pick up a pen and draw. And it just, I guess, was a very frustrating experience for him, because here is someone who his whole life could pick up a pen or anything, create a sculpture, whatever it was, pick up whatever instrument it was and create something amazing, something beautiful. And now here's a guy who, had to learn how to do everything with his other hand.